talked in the beginning about the rivalry. Cormier says it stems from the first time that you two met. Can you recall your side of that story and what had happened?
So to put closure to the whole situation with me and Dan Cormier and that first introduction, I came up to Daniel with a smile on my face. I came up to him lighthearted. I came up to him genuine. I was like, hey, what's up, man? I saw them kind of looking at me from a distance. So I'm just going to go up to him and say hi. Like, hey, man, what's up, man? I'm John. How are you? I was like, hey, good. You know, I'm King's Wrestling Coach with Daniel Cormier. I was like, oh, so yeah, I hear you're a good wrestler. And I was like, man, I would take you down all day. You know, who walks up to a stranger and tries to insult him? I was not trying to insult him. I said it very friendly and oh yeah, I expected. Oh yeah, you think you can get me down? Like yeah, you're right, boy. You could never get me down. I was expecting something like that, and his whole attitude was just do you know who I am? And I was just like, I felt like I had told a joke that went off really bad, and I walked away thinking, okay, that was awkward. And then a few days later, maybe a week later, him and one of his wrestling buddies were like, oh, Jones will get pinned in this, get taken down 10 times out of 10. They basically found a way to make that extremely serious and to create a legit animosity. I really felt as if at the time, he was a guy who wasn't on my radar. I looked at him as somebody's coach, not as a competitor. And in his head and in his heart, it was like John Jones, the champion, just came and insulted me. And to me, I was like playing with him, and to him, it was like, I can't believe this guy just came at me like this. So I didn't take it seriously at all. I was just totally joking with him in a respectful way, and it was everything to him, and it still is. He used it as a way to create a storyline, to find motivation to one day beat me or whatnot. And now we're here.
Do you think in any sort of way that you've gotten in his head this week, saying things like you only placed fourth in the Olympics or things like that?
I'm sure there's a lot of things I've said that's gotten in his head, which is good though. I need to be in his head. It's a big fight for him. He's in my head. It's a big fight for me.
You talked about having a big 2015, becoming the GOAT, so to speak, if you can get past this challenge. But when you go back and look over your career, where do you think is the fight where maybe you face the most adversity?
Oh, the Gustafson fight for sure. I got cut in the first round. Blood leaking into my eye the whole time. The crowd was just booing me to the best of their ability. He would jab me, hit my shoulder. They're like, oh, they were just cheering him on so hard, and my cardio wasn't where it needed to be, and it was a nightmare, that fight. It really was. But I'm glad I went through it. I've been a better athlete since. I train better. I take things more seriously, and it's a great experience. It was like losing without losing.
For the training that you had with Anderson Silva, you two had a private training session. I wish there was some video of that would eventually leak.
Oh, there's some video.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Well,
how much you want to?
I don't have any money, but...
Oh, that's it. Don't tell nobody else that.
But I just wanted to say, when you two worked out together, what did you learn from him, and vice versa? Do you feel like what was the experience?
We got to do a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of striking. Mainly, the techniques I learned was the striking. It was his psychology. He's a real Jedi. He's a real Jedi. Another thing I learned from Anderson, every time we went like 2 hours straight, and I have no clue. My pride would not let me get tired before him. I was just like, oh, So we went 2 hours, and one thing he did in between every round was a stretch, where I would go and get some water and kind of lean against the ropes. He would start stretching right away, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I really like that he did that. I thought it was pretty cool. But everything about him was just a learning experience. I feel as if I have a part of his awesomeness with me now, being able to be in such close proximity and to exchange information as a martial artist.